one more I wanted to tell is the ant and the caterpillar. And this is about understanding the value of spiritual transformation. So one day, an ant wakes up and is all ready for a day of foraging. And just like us, we have very limited capacity in what we can do, what we can't do. We're so finite, but even the ant is even more limited in its free will, in its ability. And it has this little body, and this ant wakes up and flexes some of its limbs and is so proud of the movements it can make, and it starts going out and looking for food. And on his way, he sees a caterpillar slowly making its way towards a tree, towards the trunk of a tree. And the ant just, has some attitude. Oh, I'm faster than you. I'm going to run up this tree and find all the good food. And there's not going to be nothing left for you. And so the caterpillar just patiently endures this kind of attitude and a little bit of a threat from the ant, ignores him politely and moves on with its movements towards the trunk of the tree. So the ant just runs by the caterpillar, climbs up the tree, starts eating things and thinking, what a pitiful situation. This poor caterpillar is so slow and doesn't get to enjoy life like me. I have so much more speed and I can do things faster. And I'm certainly in a more fortunate position, pitiful situation of this caterpillar. So the ant runs down and he sees the caterpillar still trying to get to the trunk of this tree and laughs at the caterpillar. And the caterpillar just endures this behavior of the ant and finally gets up into the tree and finds a few leaves to chomp on and then makes a cocoon for itself. And it enters the cocoon and is there for some time, and the ant comes and checks if the caterpillar is still alive and sees just the tip of its tail, can tell that it's still alive, but still, this ant thinks, what a pitiful existence. The ant says, I hope I never take birth as a caterpillar. This is a terrible body. There's 8,400,000 species of life. I hope I never have to go into that species. And just goes about his daily life and keeps an eye on the cocoon to see what's going to happen. What's the fate of this poor caterpillar? Then one day, the ant notices the cocoon had been split open, and the ant thinks, oh, what a useless existence. This caterpillar is so slow, doesn't get to enjoy life like me, has no freedom. And then finally, some predator comes and consumes this caterpillar, and he's gone now. At that moment, the ant feels a breeze above its head and some shade above its head, and looks up and sees this beautiful, colorful butterfly above its head. And that was the caterpillar who transformed into this beautiful butterfly. And the caterpillar speaks to the ant. Oh, what a pitiful life I've led, and how limited I am, and how slow I am. Do you still think like that now, seeing me flying and eating nectar and having such a beautiful, colorful form? And the story ends in this spot where the ant realizes its foolishness and its pride, and can see that, it was, my egoistic attitude was so wrong, and I've been offensive to this creature, and repents. So the purport here is that the ant represents our ego, and it is so proud of the body and its health and wealth and freedom to move about, and its limited enjoyment of the environment, that thinking wrongly that these are the best things that can ever be attained. But the caterpillar represents our spiritual conscience, that it may be slow to emerge. Our spiritual development may be, as Srila Sridhar Maharaj says, modest, natural growth. We may not get immediate results in spiritual practice and in spiritual life, but it's sure to come by grace and in time. And the ant mocks the caterpillar for missing out on all that he enjoys. So our false ego belittles the value of our spiritual practice and urges us to ignore it. The false ego always gives us trouble on the spiritual path until we purify that false ego. And, when we can gradually come to understand our true self and the grace that comes from above, then spiritual experience will speak for itself, just like the butterfly is the result of its transformation. So we will also, in spiritual life, come to realize our transformation. We will be able to see and taste, test, smell, experience in all our capacity that what we have pursued in our spiritual life and all the endeavors it took, the oftentimes slow developing purification, it all has its transformation power, its potential, its capacity. It's realized through perseverance and through grace. So again, just a little fable that has so much wisdom, and one of many, many stories that come from Vedic India